Hello, and welcome back to Bill English Podcast. Learn English with stories. This channel is a place for you to practice your English. You listen to real stories told in slow, simple English. And slowly, your listening gets better. Your speaking gets better too. Today's story is a little different. It is not about money. It is not about success or failure. It is about something much more simple and much more painful. It is about the words we never say. 3 small words. I love you. Today, our guest is Robert. Robert is 68 years old. He is a retired factory worker from a small town. He worked hard his whole life. He was a good man, but he had one regret, one thing he never did. He never told his son, I love you. Today, Robert will tell us his story. It is honest, it is quiet, it is real. Please listen carefully, and maybe you will think about your own life too. Let us begin.
My name is Robert. I am 68 years old. I live in a small house near the edge of town. It is quiet here now. Very quiet. I worked in a factory for 38 years. The same factory, the same job. Every morning I woke up at 5. I put on my work clothes. I left the house before my family was awake. I was a provider. That was my job. That was what I believed. A man works. A man earns money. A man takes care of his family. That is love. That is what I thought. My wife's name was Mary. She passed away 6 years ago. We were married for 41 years. She was a quiet woman, a kind woman. She always said the right things. I did not. We had one son. His name is Daniel. Daniel is 42 years old now. He lives in another city. He has his own family, a wife and 2 children. Daniel was a good boy. He studied hard. He never gave us problems. He was everything a father could want. But I never told him that. I do not know why. Maybe I did not know how. Maybe my own father never said it to me. Maybe I thought, he knows. He must know. But now I am older, and I understand something. Knowing is not the same as hearing. A son needs to hear his father say, I am proud of you. I love you. I never said those words. Not once.
Daniel was 17 years old. He came home one evening with big news. He had won a scholarship to university. The first person in our family to go to university. I remember that evening clearly. Mary was cooking in the kitchen. Daniel came through the door. His face was shining. He was so happy. He showed us the letter. Mary cried. She held him and cried. She said, Daniel, I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you, my son. And me? I was standing near the door. I read the letter. I nodded my head. I said, good. Just one word, good. Daniel looked at me. I could see it in his eyes. He was waiting. He was waiting for something more. But I did not know what to do. My chest felt full of something big. I was proud, more proud than I had ever been in my life. But the words, they would not come out. I put the letter down on the table. I went to my chair. I turned on the television. I did not hug him. I did not say, "Son, I am so proud of you." I did not say, "This is the best day of my life." I said nothing. And I think that evening, something small broke. Not loudly, not with tears or anger, just quietly, like a small crack in glass. Daniel left for university 3 months later. I drove him to the bus station. We stood outside the bus. His bags were at his feet. He looked at me, and I looked at him, and I thought, say it now. Say it now, Robert. Tell him you love him. Tell him you are proud. But instead I said, study hard, work hard, do not waste this opportunity. He nodded. He picked up his bags. He got on the bus. I watched the bus leave. I stood there for a long time.
Daniel finished university. He found a good job in the city. He married a woman named Sarah. His life was going well. And me, I was still in the same town, still in the same factory, still the same man. Daniel would call sometimes, not often, but sometimes. We would talk about simple things, the weather, his work, the children. But there was always something missing, a distance. Not the distance of kilometers, a different kind of distance. The distance between two people who do not know how to be close. Mary used to say to me, "Robert, call Daniel. Just call him, talk to him, tell him you miss him." I would say, "He is busy, he has his own life." She would look at me with sad eyes. She would say nothing more. Years passed. Daniel's children were born, a boy and a girl. I became a grandfather. When I held Daniel's son for the first time, this small, warm baby, something moved inside me, a feeling I could not name. I looked at Daniel standing beside me, and I wanted to say, "Daniel, I see myself in you. I love you. I've always loved you. I just never knew how to show it." But again, the words did not come. I handed the baby back. I sat down in the corner. I was quiet. I was always quiet. One evening, Daniel was visiting with the family. The children were asleep. Sarah had gone to bed. It was just me and Daniel at the kitchen table. He had a glass of water. I had my tea. We sat in silence. The silence was so loud. Then Daniel said something. He said, "Dad, do you ever regret anything?" I looked at my tea. I held the cup with both hands. I thought about all the things I wanted to say. I said, no regrets. And I changed the subject. That night, lying in bed, I could not sleep, because that was a lie, a big lie. My biggest regret was sitting right across from me. And I said, no.
2 years ago, I had a heart attack. It was a Thursday morning. I was in the kitchen making coffee. And then pain. Big, heavy pain in my chest. The neighbor called the ambulance. I was in the hospital for 10 days. Daniel came. He drove 6 hours to be there. He sat beside my bed. He looked tired and scared. He looked like that 17-year-old boy again, the one who came home with the scholarship letter. I was lying in that hospital bed, machines around me, tubes in my arm, and I thought this could be the end. And the only thing in my mind was Daniel. Not the factory, not the money, not the house, just Daniel, and all the words I never said to him. On the third day, Daniel was sitting beside me. He was reading a book. The room was quiet. I looked at him for a long time, and something inside me finally broke open. Not broke like damage, broke open
like a door finally opening after 40 years. I said, "Daniel?" He looked up from his book. I said, "I need to tell you something." He put the book down. He looked at me carefully. I said, "I am not good with words. You know that." He nodded slowly. I said, "But I want you to know something. I have always been proud of you. From the day you were born, every single day." My voice was shaking. My hands were shaking. But I kept going. I said, "And I love you, Daniel. I love you." I should have said it 1,000 times before. I'm sorry I did not. The room was very quiet. Daniel was looking at me. His eyes were full of tears. He did not speak for a moment. Then he leaned forward. He put his head on my chest, carefully because of the machines, and he said, "I know, Dad. I always knew. But thank you. Thank you for saying it." I put my hand on his head, like I did when he was a small boy, and for the first time in a very long time, I cried. I came home from the hospital 3 weeks later. Something was different. Not in the house, in me. Daniel called me the next Sunday, and the Sunday after that, and every Sunday since then. We talk differently now, not just about the weather, not just about work. We talk about real things, about memories, about feelings, about the years we lost. Last summer, Daniel came with his family for 2 weeks. The grandchildren played in the garden, Sarah made food in the kitchen, and Daniel and we sat outside in the evenings. We talked until late at night. One evening, his son, my grandson, came and sat on my lap. He is 7 years old. He looked up at me with big eyes. He said, "Grandpa, I love you." I held him tight. I said, "I love you too, so much." It was so easy. 3 words. So easy to say. I thought about Daniel at 17, standing at that bus station, waiting, hoping. I cannot go back. I cannot give Daniel those 40 years back, but I can give him today, and tomorrow, and every Sunday phone call. My relationship with Daniel is not perfect now. We are still learning how to be close. It takes time. Old habits do not disappear quickly. But something is open now. A door that was closed for a very long time, and the light is coming through. I sleep better now. I feel lighter, like I put down a very heavy bag that I had been carrying for 40 years. I want to say something to the people listening. Maybe you are a father. Maybe you are a son or a daughter. Maybe you have someone in your life and you have never said the important words. Do not wait. Please, do not wait. Do not wait for a hospital bed. Do not wait for a phone call that is too late. We think people know. We think they must know I love them. But knowing and hearing are different things. A person needs to hear the words from your mouth in your voice. I was afraid. I do not know why exactly. Maybe I thought it was weakness. To say, "I love you." To say, "I'm proud of you." To say,
I miss you. But I was wrong. It is not weakness. It is the bravest thing a person can do. To open your heart, to say the words, to be vulnerable. My father never said, "I love you" to me, and so I did not say it to Daniel. And Daniel, for a long time, almost did not say it to his children. But he did. He learned what I could not teach him. He broke the cycle, and I am proud of him for that. More proud than I can say. So please, go home today. Call the person you love, or sit with them, look at them, and say the words. It is not too late, unless it is, and you do not know when that day comes. My name is Robert. I am 68 years old, and the bravest thing I ever did was 3 words in a hospital room. I love you.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your courage. Robert's story teaches us something very important. Love is not only an action, it is also a word. The people we love need to hear it, not just feel it, but hear it. Now let us look at a few words from today's story. The first word is regret. Regret means sadness about something you did not do. Robert said, "My biggest regret was sitting across from me." The second word is vulnerable. Vulnerable means open, unprotected, showing your true feelings. Robert said, "It is brave to be vulnerable." The third phrase is, "I broke the cycle." This means, I stopped a bad pattern from continuing. Daniel broke the cycle of silence in his family. Now, your turn. Repeat this sentence out loud. I should have said it 1,000 times before. Say it again, slowly. I should have said it 1,000 times before. Good. Repeat this one too. It is not weakness. It is the bravest thing. If this story touched your heart, please subscribe to this channel. Turn on the bell so you never miss a story. And in the comments below, tell us, is there someone in your life you have never said I love you to? Your story matters. Your English is getting better every day. I will see you in the next story. Take care of yourself and the people you love. Goodbye for now.